Coming to you from New York City after a week-long absence, I'm Matt Bailey, and this right here is Ventriloquism Weekly. Hello again on this Monday, November 18th already. My word. Well, after a week absence, I'm sorry. At the end of the David Crone episode, I forgot to mention that we would be taking off in observance of Veterans Day. So thank you to anyone who is serving or has served. A week late, I know, but I forgot to mention it at the end of the November 4th, I think. Yeah, I can't do math. I'm in college. Forgot to mention it at the end of the first Monday in November's episode. And it was also a hectic week, but a fun week because I got to go home and be a part of a magic convention. I stage manage our evening show every year, and I got to meet, of all people, CAX superstar Mike Bent. And he will be on the program very soon, very, very soon. And I'm excited to have him. Now, because I got back and things are we're actually working towards finals, believe it or not. And I know I said in the beginning of the year with college, this would be touch and go. I have no guests this week. I will fully admit that my college schedule just kind of exploded over the last week, and I did not have time to fit in an interview. And I said in the beginning of the year, and I just mentioned it now, that this would be touch and go, and we'd have to feel these things out. This program is never about me, and that's why I always try to keep these intro sections actually about this long, because it's not about me. It really isn't. It's about you guys. So I figured, normally when we have a guest, we focus on the guest, and now that we have no guest, but we've had a few episodes and certain things, I want to focus on the listener. You guys, your outpouring of support has been phenomenal. It humbles me, and I want you to know I'm taking your suggestions as they come. Please excuse me, I'm doing this live to tape in one take because it's a full episode with just me, and my chair is off kilter. Just a second. There we go. It's like a live broadcast, because it is. So, you listeners, I have fun doing this thing for you every single week, and it's such a blast. But I want to know, what do you want to hear? I mean, ventriloquists, you guys are fun to talk to. I love it. And what's great is we have a unified sense of what should be, all kind of coming to the sort of same end through very, very different means is what we've been able to find out over the last 18 or so weeks. And so, being here in New York City, while ventriloquism will always be the heart of this broadcast, I'm looking for different things, different kinds of acts to interview. And I want to know who you guys have in mind. I'll give you an example. One of the reasons we have no guests this week is because my weekend was consumed with a trip to Boston, Massachusetts to visit an old friend from high school with another friend from high school, and it's great. Great that I get to do that. And I saw a street performer and got to talk to him afterwards. He does acrobatics on the street, jumping over people and that kind of thing. If that would interest you, let me know. Just hearing the different kinds of entertainers and their stories and what exactly makes them them, I feel would be wonderful to this program. But you guys, I say it and I mean it, I do this for you, so I want your suggestions. Also, I want your suggestions for topics. I mean, over the last few weeks, I've come up with kind of the standard line of how did you get started and all of that, and I get some suggestions of questions to ask, and I try to implement them. But what are other directions you want questions to go? I'm posing these questions to you. I'm almost interviewing you, the audience, so please, don't be shy. Don't hesitate to email the show, Facebook comment, or do whatever you wish. Let me know. Like I said before, when we took our first hiatus, all the way back at the end of August, if you could think back. Wow, how does time work? I'm rambling now. But as I said it, then I get every share, every like, every comment, and it humbles me. Because I'm not asking for this. I'm just doing this because I like to ask questions and I want to learn, and I have a microphone, so let's all learn together. And the help and the advice from the people I've gotten to know through this has been astonishing, the friendships. And I thank you so much for, you've given me a lot. And the truth is, this is your podcast. I would not be doing this if it weren't for you. So I want to hear what you want. I'm trying to make the episode without a guest, not self-aggrandizing at all. So I apologize if I am failing at that, but I really want to take the time to evaluate your needs from this show. What do you want to hear? Where do you want it to go? Would different entertainers be of interest to you? I know they're of interest to me, but any type of performance is interesting, to me, because I'm also a magician. So that kind of just all-around understanding of entertainment has been very interesting to me. So tell me what you want. I am here to serve you guys. I don't do it for me. I don't do it so I can turn around and go, yeah, I've interviewed a Tony Award winner. That's not the point. It's not the point at all. The point is for all of us to learn and grow together as artists. And that is something I've come to understand more so than ever through doing this program, is that ventriloquism really is an art of its own. We tend to think of it maybe as something else, a style of theater that has its own history, but could be lumped in with getting up on stage and being a character. But ventriloquism is so much different and so much more than that, and that is something I think we've all known, but I think has become, or at least my understanding of it has become much more prevalent, much more clear through this program. So if you want to share what you've been able to learn, what you've learned, not that this is first grade class time, and what did we learn today? But I'm curious to know, just as the guy sitting behind the microphone, what have you been taking from this? And I see a lot. I see that you guys appreciate it, and it's just so interesting to see that you all are learning different things, and I want to hear about it. Let me know. Like I said, and this is the recurring theme. I don't do this for me. I do it for you. I do it for us. I do it for the community, because we all need to get together, come together, and be the family that we are on Facebook and at the convention, and now through a radio-style talk show on the internet. And I'm humbled. If you'd have told me back in, when did I start this? End of June, early July, that I'd be sitting here in college, doing this weekly thing, wouldn't have happened. Nope, I just wanted to ramble at first one and get the thoughts out there and see what happened. So here we are at a crossroads. I'm in college, and the show is doing really well, and that's because of you. So we have so much more planned coming up. So much more in the works that I can't talk about yet. I play my cards close to my chest, but as we move towards it, here we go. Why don't we go full force? So, to just throw this out there again, our Facebook group is Ventriloquism Weekly -podcast for ventriloquists. I haven't said our email in a while, ventriloquismweekly@gmail.com, ventriloquismweekly.podomatic.com, and we are available on iTunes under Ventriloquism Weekly. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for getting this podcast to a place where I could take a break and you guys go, oh, you guys don't go, oh, did it disappear? Okay, no more Ventriloquism Weekly. That's fine. Thank you so much for understanding about last week, and happy Veterans Day once again. I look forward to the future of this podcast. I look forward to next week. We will have a guest next week. I will say it here on tape so that I hold myself to it. You can hold me to it. But let me know what you guys want, and I will do it. We are in the greatest city in the world. I would be remiss if I didn't try to take advantage of every opportunity to learn as much as possible. Guys, signing off for Ventriloquism Weekly after 10 minutes and 9 seconds. I'm Matt Bailey, reminding all you vents out there to keep talking for two.